Hi everyone, MJ, aka Silver Moon Tarot and Astrology. I'm sorry for removing the Aries and Taurus videos, feeling it was not up to a standard that I strive for to help others. Plus my own personal energy being off, I felt it was best to take them down. My purpose for this channel is not the quantity, but the quality that is uploaded. Most, if I feel my energy is not in a good place, and it's best to do nothing. Okay, let's discuss what is happening with us at this time of the lunar eclipse in Taurus. For each of us, it will affect different areas of our lives, depending on the house in which it occurs. Let's begin on what was and where we are heading. Transformation. We have all been going through this from the time we were born. Change does happen throughout life. It just occurs at different times and can last many years. The question we must ask ourselves is the what, where, and how. The why is to force us into becoming better versions of ourselves in relationships and society on this planet that we share with others. In doing so, we must be good stewards and caretakers of the environment around us. This includes people, animals, resources, and earth. We all come into the world with nothing, and nothing leaves this world with us, not fame and fortune, family or friends, or food and possessions. Even our body remains behind to return to whence it came. Transformation is all about the authority, power, and control over only ourselves. Each of us is created differently but equally. We all have opinions, thoughts, and ideals how things should be, but it doesn't mean we have to agree. But by sharing and assisting each other, we can make the world a better place to live. After each transformation of our life, we are reborn into being a better person of our old self. There is a new beginning, a completeness that is going to take place, and it will only be the characteristics of love that will help us through to the end of our life as we know it. So I will go ahead now and start beginning to do the astrology and give the tarot cards that I see for the energy of each sign. I'll try and keep it simple. I'll try and stay focused on just the house of where that's coming from for each and every sign. So if you will hang with me today, we'll see how it goes. So let's begin for each sign. What's going to take place? Before I begin doing the astrology for each sign, I want to discuss the energies of the planets from the sun all the way through to Saturn for that day and what their energies will be. Saturn, which will be ruling the day because that will be on a Saturday. Saturn deals with where you learn to operate within the limitations of society, responsibility and rules, fears, obstructions, limitations, father, the teacher. Its energy will be one due to its resting. It doesn't have much energy. It is still retrograde. It will not go stationary to the 1st of November. Jupiter, which is the planet of a personal expansion process of your realm and horizons, this house brings good fortune and luck, the house of optimism, confidence, and pride. But its energy is going to be at a -5 because it too is retrograde. And it still has, I believe it's 63 days and 6 hours of retrograde to go before it goes direct. The next one will be Mars. Mars is about courage and the ability to take action, desire, and nature, and aggressive drives. Sign shows how you go out after values and survival. The house is where you concentrate this energy. So I'll be letting you know on each one of these. And Mars is going to be at an 8. Its energy is the highest of the whole day. It will be very intense. So Mars, we're going to have to be very careful about our ability to take action. Also questioning our desires and aggressive drives that we have. And also maybe check our values and how we're going to survive something at this time. And what are you really concentrating your energy toward there? The next one is the sun. Its energy will be a -5. It's all about our inner personal purpose, our inner drive and energy, the source of will and motivation, sense of confidence, strength, individuality, and creativity. And it will only be at a -5. So there won't be a whole lot of energy there to get something done. And it, like I said, it may be very aggressive that day because of Mars. It could be a lot of agitation of not being able to get things done. Venus, she'll be 0 degrees, but overnight between 1, and these are all my times, Eastern Standard Times, when I give you a time, you'd have to do for yourself on yours, between 1:07 a.m. to 2:12 a.m., she will drop to a -3. So your capacity to love and your values is what Venus is all about. The sign shows your attitudes and needs in love. House shows what you value most and attract to yourself. Refinement. Money can either be gained or lost during this time. The next one is Mercury. Mercury being the planet of the concrete and the conscious mind. The sign and house shows how and where you communicate and assimilate the results of your relationships. It's about reason and logic. And Mercury's going to be at a -5, so communication may not be good. The last thing we have is the moon. And the moon is how we express our purpose in everyday activities through our emotions, attitudes, habits, general moods, how you adapt to your environment. And it's also about the mother. And it will be at a +4 most of the early day up until in the evening, my time again, Eastern Standard Time. From 7:40 p.m. to 4:23 a.m., it will increase from a 4 to a 7 during those hours I just told you. 7:40 p.m. to 4:23 a.m. So when I talk about the houses and I say where this is, you can refer back to this to note that what each one and what it will be for you. Okay? I just want to go for that so we can go ahead and get that out of the way when I start showing what houses the lunar eclipse will be for each sign. All right. I also want to add to this that the moon in its energy being so high is because it's exalted in Taurus. But the ruler of this eclipse is going to be Venus. With Venus having the strength at 0 for most of the day into the early morning hours, like I said, those times I said, we will feel that need of in that relation with Venus about our capacity to love and our values and our attitude and needs in love. Be a focus there. And remember what I said about the house will show when the house that is going to be for each sign is what you value most and attract to yourself. Again, this could be dealing a lot with money and gains and loss. Okay? Because the opposition to that is going to be Scorpio. And Mars is going to be very, very intense there. The energy on this day will be intense about what we desire. So I'll talk about more on that when I get into each sign and how it will be for each sign. Okay, let's take a close look at where this lunar eclipse is going to take place. You can see here it's in this area with Russia and South Africa, or Africa. I don't know why I said South Africa. I guess I was thinking of South America. But it will be taking a lot going on over in this area. And we know what already is going on in this area. And remember I said about the energy of Mars being so intense and the war that's going on there. And these Arab nations and Israel and Egypt and this impact is going to, it's going to be really, really intense in this area. So our focus may be a lot toward what we hear of what's happening. But this eclipse is going to have this effect here. Now you can see as the bands, I hope you can see these pretty good, but as it goes out, that means there will be less effect or less visibility on this. Let's go over now. So let's look at where it starts in that area. and it will go straight over, and you can see it's doing the eclipse, and there's a little portion there, as you can see at the bottom, and as it goes over Africa, it will go back to its illumination again. Again, see at the bottom right here, there will be that uh, darkness, more intense energy at the bottom of the moon. It'll just be touching it, but you can see in the area where it's taking place. And again, the bands, you can see how they lighten, will be the visibility of those areas of what can see. It's only going to touch in the United States, here in Canada, and part of South America. It will be intense somewhere. It can be in here, be seen really well. As far as the United States, it looks like it comes through that area of South Carolina up through this part up in here, where we'll see. You can do that. Sorry about that. Where what's occurring here. So I'll let you just kind of look at it for a minute and visualize it and see what is going on here. Hey Capricorns, MJ here, and I'm going to do your reading for the lunar eclipse, and we're going to see how things are going to start to change for you here on out. What I'm seeing is you're kind of between worlds right now, and there's something here that's going to be an unexpected change in your life, because this eclipse is happening in your 5th house here, and that's an area of your life. There's going to be this unexpected change, because something here is going to be revealed in your life. And also, there could be, I'm not going to say also, but somebody or a friend or a social group in your 11th house. This is where something in relationships that is going to happen. Your relationship with your friends, your social groups, or whatever this may be, somebody is this. Let's start off with this. I know you're between the worlds right now, but something's going to come out of this, and it's going to be very vivid. You're going to see something here in your friends and your social groups here. Something about you, they maybe be holding back, that they know about you. Because this is your card. You're Capricorn. That's Capricorn. This being your relationship, more or less, okay? Somebody's stirring something up here. And you're going to have to make a decision about this, because I feel like somebody's starting something like rumors or saying something against you. Um, it's like I feel like somebody's trying to do something about your reputation. They're trying to ruin your reputation, and they can only do that if you allow it to happen. But it's almost like the burden's on them. I would make them prove whatever this is. It would be almost like, okay, you think you know something about me? Put it out there. Bring it out. Don't hide it. Bring it out. because this would be like you standing up to something here, and it's like you need to go the distance on something here. Something that maybe in that 11th house, because there could be some enemies here that thinks they know things on you, or they're spreading secrets or something here. Um, you need to stand up to them. You need to go the distance here. It's like, okay, bring it out. If you've got a healthy relationship with somebody, why would you worry? Because like I said, this is going to be an unexpected change, and probably from somebody you didn't think would ever do something like this. But there seems to be this energy that something's getting stirred up here. And for a couple of days, it's going to be some sort of, I would put the burden on whatever this is, to bring whatever it is that whatever it is that somebody's just bringing up. We got strong fire energy here, or strong air fire energy. Somebody's fueling something here. They want to start something, but it's put it back on them. They can prove it. Go the distance on this. Because I feel like whatever it is, as long as you're not in the wrong, and whatever, and you haven't done anything here, and you've got a good relationship here with someone, I almost feel like it's some sort of jealousy here, that somebody wants to tear your relationship down, or tear your part, you and your partner apart. Make them prove it. Tell them, bring it out. Because what you got here is you got, Virgo energy. Um, I don't know if you got Virgo in your chart, but I know your Earth. And it's like they're trying to disrupt the peace you have here. Yeah, somebody here is trying to disrupt your family. You're happy in your relationship. You've got a good relationship here with somebody. But it's like, whoever this is, I feel like it's somebody's coming in with rumors and trying to stir up something in your relationship. But I would make them bring it out into the light. I would go the distance with them. You want to go? All right, let's go the 15 rounds. You're only going to make it to 9, because you're going to hurt yourself. Because I feel like somebody here thinks they know something on you, or this could even be about somebody, I keep getting the child thing, or something about a child. Maybe the father of the child. Somebody stirring up something that, hey, you're not the father of that child, or whatever. It's like somebody's out to sabotage you, because this is, by the next day, I mean, this thing's going to get really, really intense here. To where it's going to be, and you, like I said, you thought this was somebody who was maybe a friend. Um, and they're not. They're jealous of maybe your relationship and your family. Somebody is definitely trying to cause a disruption in your family life and start conflict. And it's how you handle it as to whether if it's going to blossom. I mean, and make it stronger, but it will finish off somebody here who's trying to disrupt and put the burden on it's going to come back on them. But I would go the distance with them. Tell them, okay, you think you know something about me? You think you know this? You think you know that? You think you know something? This could even be about somebody, you know, spreading gossip or rumors about your mate or your partner. And if you make light of it, because it's like they're really focused on your life. Or saying, I had a romantic affair with Capricorn or whatever, you know, I had a love affair with them. And all it is to create this. There's somebody who just comes in and wants to create chaos. That's what they want to do. They could be very jealous of your relationship and that you're very happy in it and you're very secured in it. And they want to just attack you. They want to destroy it. And disrupt the peace and the harmony. And if you allow it to happen, I go the distance. I just tell them, hey, okay, look, where's your proof? Bring it out. Let's get it out there. Because they think they know they got something on you. And it's going to end that relationship, and you'll know if you've been hearing little things here and there, and you've been silent about it, and you've not really brought it up, the time is going to come that you're going to have to talk to your partner and kind of, if you make light of it, instead of, letting it get into this big conflict, just stand your ground and say, okay, you think you know something about me? Come on, let's do it. Bring it out. And you may be asking yourself in the spiritual message here is why? Because they're jealous of what you have. Don't ask them why. Or the question might be put to you, why? You need to, why are you asking me these things? But it's all going to come out okay. Because it's going to pass. I mean, we got the hunger moon, the wolf moon. I mean, a wolf takes care of its family, its pack. But there's somebody in the pack that wants to challenge you in your relationship. And they think they know something, or they want to reveal something about you. And I'd say, bring it on. Bring it on. Don't let somebody tear up your happy home. Mm-mm. Handle it together as a couple, and you'll be fine. And you can put this person in their place. Because all they're trying to do is create this tension. It's somebody that's very envious and very jealous of your relationship. It's either somebody here that's wanting you, or no, I kind of feel like it might be that. They want you to be single, because I really feel like somebody here is just trying to stir the pot, and it's somebody you know who it is. It's one of your friends. It's somebody in your social groups, in your social life. Don't let them do that to you. Stand your ground. You're gonna have to, everybody's gonna have to do that. Stop, letting things just go. We're all going to have to start begin to stand on our grounds and put the armor on and say, no, don't think so. Because I feel like you got a really happy home here. It's just somebody's just trying to tear it apart. But if you handle this together, it's going to come out just fine. And whoever this is, they're going to be down the road with their own little trauma, because you'll oust them out. You'll call them out. That's the best way to handle it. Handle it together and put them in their place. I mean, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm really surprised for a change that, Scorpios and Sagittarius, and now yours is going so easy, and it's just like, boom, somebody's going to ruin their own reputation here. And they're going to be out of the group. Sorry. It's always this way. Don't start a fight you can't finish. And always have your information to back you up. And always include the other person. Don't leave them out of it, because that's the worst thing you can do. I mean, if you got something here with somebody, let's just say another scenario here. Say somebody comes to you and says, "Oh, your spouse is running around on you," blah 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 blah. Right? Well, your spouse comes home and you kind of jokingly about it. You say something to them about it, right? Oh, so and so told me today, or I heard somebody saying you running around, whatever. You're seeing this so and so, and the best way to test that thing is with the spouse, whoever it may be, whether you're the man or the woman, okay, is to say to the spouse, okay, we'll go settle this now. And if the spouse goes and says, okay, and agrees to it, and we're going to go deal with this now, and we'll handle this together, then it's a lie. And go do it. Out the person out in the public. Put them out there. Shut them up. Don't ask them why they did it. You know why they did it. Because they don't like, it's like they're jealous of what you've got going on here. They want it. And if they can bust you apart or put suspicion or give this speculation of something going on, then, they plant that little seed. And as long as you don't bring it to the forefront and handle it in a good, graceful, loving way and say, okay, well, then let's go deal with this now. Let's get it taken care of. Let's nip it in the bud. And if the spouse is willing to do it, then they're not doing anything. Not what somebody's saying or what they're trying to do. And that's the best way to handle it. I always feel like, if you're going to do something, go to the horse's mouth. Go straight to them. And you'll know if they're lying. You'll know if it's real or not. Especially when they're put on the spot. Can you imagine somebody doing something like that and you and your spouse pulls up, you know? You go walking up and they're like, hey, how y'all doing? Well, we got something we want to discuss with you. And then all of a sudden it all starts coming out. Don't ask why they doing it. You already know why they're doing it. And then you'll know this person is not a friend. Let it be on their shoulders. They want to play stupid, silly little games. They want to do this and do that. Well, they just set themselves up. Let them. And that friend will be out of the group. So there's your eclipse. It's going to be a sudden change in your life to where with your friend groups. And it has something to do with love affairs, affairs of the heart, your emotions, your feelings. But let it come out. And like I said, go the distance. Don't slow down. Go the distance. Go all the way to the finish line. I don't like things sitting and festering. There's too much going on in the world right now. Say if a spouse is cheating or something like that, and the friends are out there and they know it, but yet they remain silent about it. And they don't say anything if they know that it's really true. And then, you know, then years go by, and then all of a sudden something comes up, and if it's true, and then you find out and it's true, and then you know that these people knew or a person knows and doesn't say anything. I'm not saying you, but doesn't say anything. What kind of friend would do you like that? That's not a friend. Maybe the other person's friend, and I mean, there's people out there want to destroy families because they're so jealous of them because they don't have the kind of relationship you may have. That solid, good relationship. And don't let them destroy it. Okay? So go the distance. Put them in their place, if it be. Okay? And that's what I got for you. It's just going to be a radical change in your life right now. But if you go the distance and you cross that finish line, you'll be just fine. Things will start going better. And that's what I got for y'all. We'll see you next time. Oh, and by the way, it'll blossom even more.